When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his Future Shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table!
Then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
Then again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now, this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. Punk knows in order to destroy the monster, he has to become a monster. Oh, turned into a backdrop. This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
Time to go for a ride.
Exploder suplex. Well, with their opponent down now, looking to ensure it stays that way, attacking the hamstring with knee strikes.
We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? From the top, he answers right back.
Brutal club.
McIntyre gets met with a response. Returning to the ring now.
Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent. And backbreaker.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business, and CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre.
DDT!
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saint, and he's paying for it now.
From the top, diving double axe handle. And the action has shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell. And here he is, heading back into the ring. There it is!
This fight will not go down as a five-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure.
This crowd is learning, along with Drew McIntyre, that the inside of CM Punk's head is a scary, scary place.
Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world. Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous.
And now McIntyre is neutralized. Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
What an axe handle. Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been.
McIntyre goes into the cover. This could do it. And a strong kick out at one.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Caught off with a savage clothesline. Punk avoids the attack.
Got them off their feet here.
Sit out powerbomb.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
Well, that just speaks volumes to how deeply under the skin of CM Punk McIntyre managed to get.
Face first into the chair.
Evades the attack and not a moment too soon.
Trap, crossface, submission, will they tap?
His arm's trapped in the crossface, but he's able to shift his weight now, fighting his way out.
What resilience.
Good reflexes from him there. Quick exchange of counters there. Drew anticipated that one.
Both superstars countering.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. And back go to sleep. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
DDT!
Under the chair.
An extremely rough landing onto the chair. That, oh, we know what's coming. Quick maneuvering, managing to avoid that bit of offense.
Fighting out. Hammering away with punches to the face. That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
He's got a sledgehammer. What barbaric act does he have in mind?
Time to go for swinging the elbow to halt the offense. Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Down with the suplex. in the Anaconda Vice Grip, and that is cinched in tight.
It looks like the Scottish Warrior is kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Boom! Good defense.
CM Punk hoists his opponent.
GTS. Can that finish McIntyre?
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. He quickly slides into the ring. Just trying to pound their opponent into the ground even further.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow, because for one of these men, there might not be.
Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
He saw that one coming.
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight edge.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys. An uncanny showing of power. And look at how tight a grip this hold has.
The pain on his face tells you everything.
One last gasp effort, and that'll do it. Oh, McIntyre just launched his opponent overhead, belly to belly. Delivers an axe handle. And again, it's the head taking the brunt of the impact.
I really don't think the sculpt. Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda Vice Grip.
It looks like the Scottish Warrior is beginning to fade.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Claymore!
Drew may have put an end to this.
Cover! Oh, kick out. Oh, my God.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago.
Oh, brutal miscalculation.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Retrieving a wrench from underneath the ring.
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
And remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what the sicko has in mind.
The Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
We're the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away. No!
McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.